Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Plumb. It's me, Shelley. Is it gonna be anybody else? Honestly, I mean, if we logged into Plumb and it was somebody else sitting here, you'd be like, "What is going on? What is going on?" I'm in my hexi-cardi, and then I have a Temu shirt or sweater on. It is freaking cold outside, guys. It is -2. Feeling like a witch's tea. Witch's tea and tea. Colder than a witch's tea. Anyway, and I have something going on with my right eye. Of course, it didn't happen until I started going down the road. It's probably an eyelash or something to that effect. Or something. I don't know what the hell's going on with it, to be honest with you. It's weird. Anyway. So I'm going to start my video today with asking for prayer for a friend of mine's husband. And a friend of mine. He's a friend of mine and she's a friend of mine. My friends, because her husband and my friend, her husband, and anyway, my friend and her husband had surgery, and he's in ICU right now, and he's in recovery. I believe it was spinal, so if you thank God for fixing his spine and guiding the surgeons and all that, and giving the life's blood to be able to give him his give him his blood that he had lost, recuperate his blood that he lost. Just praise God for that. Thank him for that. Oh, let's see what else. Hearts go out to those that were lost. We had some people from our school that passed. Family of theirs passed. So, God knows who you're talking about. I can't sit here and rattle off the people. I just, keep our prayers for those that were affected by the hurricanes. They're still in the depths. Keep them in prayer and thought. And thank God and let God know that you thank him for keeping them safe, those that survived, and embracing those that were lost and guiding them home. And what else? Oh, the fires in California. I'm trying to drive and do this at the same time, so you have to bear with me. Anyway, why do I feel like I'm way up in the air? But anyway, I guess not. So, those that are affected by the wildfire, by the fires in California, I'm not going to call it wildfires. I refuse. So, forget the wildfire part. Edit, delete, rewind. Please be with those that are affected by the fires in California, and those that have lost in California due to the fires. Let's see. Man. Where is this thing? I'm sorry. I have to fix myself. Well, Jason Newport and John Paget, happy birthday. It just popped up on my screen that today's your birthdays. I know both of those people. Anyway, but they don't watch my channel, I'm sure. But if they do, happy birthday. I'm not going to sing happy birthday to you. Not on here, anyway. Probably not. Whatever. I like to sometimes send people birthday songs, sing happy birthday to them on their messenger. In case I become famous or whatever, and then, you'll have a voice recording of me singing happy birthday. If you keep it. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But anyway, let's see. Oh, wow. Do people live in Oh, they do? Oh, weird. Interesting. You know, words, okay? Like, some people get so offended by certain words. Like, they don't like the word, like, die, or, you know, murdered, or death, or, and, like, all these words, suicide, you know, all these words. And I don't understand. There's more than just that. Like, weird, strange, crazy, things like that. When it depends on the context that the word is used. Like, okay, for instance, the word retarded or retard. Okay, so we all know with the slang term for people that have mental disorder, they use that, correct? Okay. But in automotive terms, like if you're working on an engine or something to that effect, the word means something. Like they're gonna retard the engine or whatever, the timing or whatever, how that goes. I've heard the term used before in mechanics. So it is something. It's not. It's slowing it down. It's bringing it down. It's just like, you know, any other. There's so many other words out there. Like cuckoo. Like, oh, that person's cuckoo. But yet, then commercials, they were cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So they go crazy for Cocoa Puffs. And people's like, oh, they can't say the word crazy. Don't say they're crazy. Why can't we say they're crazy? We're not saying crazy as in they need to be put in an institute. I'm saying they're going crazy like they're super excited and, oh, yes, I gotta have it, you know, kind of thing. So what's the new words we're supposed to use? You know, it's like everybody gets so wrapped up in words today. It's like, yeah, dang, man. You know, like, okay, like calling somebody a bitch. Okay. There's times when I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, bitch, please. Now, I don't mean that in a bad term whatsoever. I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm not calling them that, like, as in a bad way. It's like, you know, we're trying to be like, oh, come on. You're pulling my leg. Don't be playing with me kind of thing. Okay? Don't be acting like you're doing, you know, how, like, I don't know how to put it. I mean, it's like, so, I mean, like you're disgusted in a non-upset way. I don't know how to explain it any better than that, and I'm sure everybody understands. Those with brains in their heads understand what I'm saying. I can understand people getting offended by certain things depending on their context that it was brought to them. But if I'm talking to somebody in a social setting and they say something, you know, really hilarious or, you know, humorous in a way, and I'm like, oh my God, bitch, please. And they get offended. They're like, oh my gosh, she called me a bitch. Can you believe that? Okay, no, I didn't. No. I mean, if you want to split that hair so fine that you can't even see that hair no more, if you want to split it that far, okay, so I called you a bitch. But that is not what I did. And, you know, it's like, and you can sit there and argue that point until the cows come home, but I'm telling you, if I wanted to call you that, it would have a better, you know, I would say it in a more profound way than that, you know. You would know that I called you this. Because my face and the whole ambiance of the whole thing, the whole picture. You can't just take this word and go, oh, this. Because there's, oh my gosh, I can't stand it anymore. I'm like flipping through videos and stuff, different things on like Instagram, the reels and things like that. People are posting all this stupid stuff on there. Like this lady, it has to be a setup. It has to be a troll. It can't be real because it's a lady sitting in a restaurant and she's, I need this taken back. She got her plate of food and it's 2 pieces of salmon that had a poached egg on the top. Okay. Well, one of the poached eggs slid off the piece of salmon. So the aesthetics of the picture was ruined. Okay, instead of her just cautiously, kindly just picking it up and setting it with her spoon back on this piece of salmon to take a picture of her salmon, she calls the waiter over, or waitress, and complains about the eggs not on the salmon, and it ruined the aesthetics of the story and all this stuff again. And so people are like, oh my gosh, you know, doing this is why I don't like influencers and stuff. I get that about the influencers. I understand that. I'm not an influencer. I don't influence anybody to anything that I'm aware of. And if I do, I'm so sorry. If I'm influencing you in anything, I'm sorry, I guess. I don't know. Unless it's like to better your crochet, because you can do it. I mean, you're probably sitting there right now going, I cannot crochet anything. Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. If I can crochet, trust me, you can. My brain is like spaghetti all the time. It's like, it's not even like cold spaghetti, because that sticks and it holds still. Mine's like hot, still in the water, like slithering around spaghetti. Okay, that's my brain all the time. It's like constant. It's like, I don't know. I don't even know how to begin to tell you how my brain works all the time. And a lot of people say it's the squirrel effect, whatever. But I'm telling you. By the way, if I get kicked off this, please like, subscribe, and share, and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to leave me a comment. And if you do subscribe to my channel, please ring that notification bell so you'll know when whenever I put more stuff out. And God bless you, and thank you for all my new subscribers. Holy crap, new subscribers. But anyway, back to my story. So I have the squirrel brain thing. I thought I'd pull that in there. I'm trying to work on that where I can go back to where I came from, because usually I get off on something and I'm gone. So anyway, but like, I don't feel like I'm an influencer. I don't try to be an influencer. Only thing I can tell you is that if you really want to do something, and you really, really want to, you can do it. It's possible. So if you're sitting there with your hook and your yarn, and you're like, I just can't do this, I just can't get it. Yes, you can. Trust me, I didn't pick up my hook and my yarn and make this. Okay, I mean, I did, but do you know how many years I crocheted before I could do this? Same with my animals and stuff. So it's like, start small, and I know people look at it like, oh, but I want to make this, but you can, you will, and it doesn't take long. I mean, it really doesn't. You can probably make, maybe, I'll say 3 or 4 dish rags, and then guess what? You can make something else. You can try something different. And don't try things that, like if you're new to it, like let's say you get a few dish rags out and you like doing dish rags, well, keep doing dish rags. Try different styles of dish rags. There's some stitches out there that I don't like. There's a lot of stitches I can't stand, because it's just too much. I have to pay attention too much. And if I have to pay attention too much, it's not happening. Unless I'm guided to make a certain object. Like I was guided to make that mandala blanket, or however you want to call it. And so that was fun for me. And I thought for sure that I wouldn't be able to do it. See, here's where this goes. But I thought for sure that I was going to I should say not be able to do it. I could do it, but I thought for sure I wasn't going to like doing it or enjoy it, because it was so big and I was so, tedious, where I had to pay attention. But you know what? It was amazing, because every row was something new, and it was a blossom into something bigger. So you watched, like, there was flowers in it, but they were layered in. They were made by layering. And so as the pattern progressed, the flower bloomed and bloomed and bloomed, row by row by row. And it was very interesting to watch it. And it's like I got to where I would take pictures so I could click, click, click through and watch it go boop, 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 boop. It was interesting. I mean, that's my ADHD shit in my head. That's what I do. But anyway, the crochet has really helped. But if you're sitting there with your hook and your thread, or in your yarn, go to My Secret Yarnery and look up patterns she has, like Granny Square. Go to her Granny Square is a great place to start learning crochet. Go to oh no, I can't remember. Well, Bag O Day, Bagoday. Go to her YouTube channel. She has a lot of patterns that are, and she's really good at teaching you. Like, she'll do like single crochet. Like, she'll say you're going to single crochet in 3 and skip 2, and she'll go single crochet and she'll go through it, single crochet, go through it, single crochet, go through it, and she'll go skip, and she'll show you the skip, and she'll point at it. She'll say skip, and then you're going to single crochet here or whatever. So she's really good. Creative Grandma. She's really good at doing Stitch of the Day. And her Stitch of the Day was one of my very first blankets. Big blankets that I made for myself. Her Stitch of the Day. I don't know which one. Holy cow, there's so many. But she does Stitch of the Days. And she does other stuff too you might be interested in. And so does the other. But those are the top 3 right off my head right now that I can think of that it'd be a good pick for that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's that. That's all I have on that one. But yeah, I think that if you really put your mind to it, you can. I've had people that crochet for years. They're like, how do you do the thread? Because I do doilies too. They're like, how can you do that? It's so small. And I'm like, if you can crochet, you totally can do doilies. It just boils down to being able to see what you're doing. And, oh, great. Why do people want to do this? I do not know. I was like, I'm going to turn on this road because it's in the most obnoxious spot in the whole town. And that's all because they want coffee, guys. This is how sickening this is. People want coffee so bad, they will back up traffic for miles to get coffee. It's ignorant. I'm just saying. And if you're one of those people that back up traffic for coffee, you're not funny. It's like, brew the shit at home. I do. Like, dang. I mean, I can understand if, like, it's off the road and whatnot, but if you're blocking traffic to get into the coffee place because they're packed, you're blocking traffic of people that want to, like myself and all these other people around me, like ambulance or cop or, behind me there's electrical boom operator thing. They're back there with the big bucket truck. They're probably going somewhere. It's got to do some work. These people are trying to get to their jobs, and you want Java? Really? Annoying. Just saying. So anyway, but yeah, I'm, like I said, back to the influencers. But this influencer lady, she's like, I can't do this. And the waitress is like, I don't. And she's like, just take it back and make a new one. I want a new one and a new plate. And then they got the manager over there supposedly. To me, it kind of sounded like the same person. I don't know. And then she's like, why? And then the manager's like, she goes, well, I don't like this, and I want it taken back, and yada yada yada. And then the lady that's supposedly the manager says, she's like, why are you even still here if you don't want the food? I'm like, that is never a manager, okay? A manager, if that's a manager, they need to be fired. But that didn't happen. That did not happen. Because if a manager's talking like that, it would be more condescending and more rude if it was literally a manager talking and was at that point we're asking you why you're still here. Trust me, if it was a manager that was saying, why are you still here, they'd have been like, so explain to me why you're still here, ma'am, if you don't plan on eating this food. If you have an issue with this food, why are you still in our establishment? That's how that would really go. Ow, man, knocked myself out. That's how that would really go, to be honest with you. But anyway, I've decided to bypass a lot of this type of road that I'm on here, because, my nose. So anyway, but yeah, so I was like, that's a setup. That's a setup. That ain't real. That ain't real life at all. And there's a lot of influencers like that. And then you go read the comments, and man, people get drawn into that shit. They're like, I would have that job of that manager talking to her like that. Or you have people on there that are like, oh my gosh, she's pathetic. This is why I hate influencers. Which, okay, the influencers are getting a little bit weird. They are strange and odd, and, you know, and I don't get it. But, I don't know. And then, because influencers, everywhere they go, that's what they do. And I can't be around people like that. I just can't. Because I have a real life outside of this camera, you know, or video recording. And I just want to be me, you know. And there you go. So anyway, but as I was saying, dang, I'm already here at 8:30. Dang, man, I'm way early. How did that happen? I don't know. So anyway, oh, stupid. You hear my anti-skid brakes? Yeah, that's my anti-skid brakes. Come on, truck. I ain't got time for this. Oh, what is going on here? There we go. There we go. So anyway, it's ice, I'm just telling you. I didn't have it in a 4-wheel drive. If I had it in a 4-wheel drive, I would have been forwarded. Because my front tires would have pulled me forward on the pavement. But anyway. Anyway, so there's so many of them out there. And there's so many of them that put it on as a, who put it in as a, they make shit up, like they make their own little, I don't know how to word it. They set it up. There we go. They set it up like it's a story or whatever. Like the people that are doing stuff in Walmart and things like that, and especially the ones where, like some of the ones where they are recording people. Recording people complaining to the Walmart about things, and it's like, no, that ain't real. I mean, maybe some of it, but the whole thing, there's some that are real, but they played off of stuff that actually happened. I don't know if I'm making any sense to you. Like, there's some stuff that's happened, rare opportunities of things that's happened, but for the most part, you know, no. But then you see these other ones that are like doing this, that, and the other, and it's like, oh my gosh, that happened. No, technically, it probably didn't. It was probably all set up and everything. Like people's really feeding into the Walmart thing. They're saying, oh, you know, they better not ask me for my receipt. Well, you know what? Here's how this works, okay? Very rarely do you run into somebody that this really happens. Oh, yeah, it's 5 degrees now. But anyway, like, because for the most part, when you go to Walmart and they say, can we see your receipt? You don't have to do it. All you have to do is say, no, thank you, and no, thank you, and they're supposed to let you go. Very rarely will you find somebody that's doing that in theft prevention that is saying that's going to come after you and say, hey, trust me, if they know you're stealing, they know you're stealing. You're not getting asked for your receipt. They're not asking you for your receipt because they think you're stealing. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They're asking you for your receipt to deter people from stealing. and to make sure that you didn't forget anything and that everything's working like it should and all this other stuff. And I know there's people there like, well, if they want to make me do that to do their job, and I'm like, that's not really it. But there's a whole lot going on with them checking stuff, and it's not, they're not really saying that you're stealing. But sometimes, there's people that, like, they'll say, can I see your receipt? And then, because this happened to my son, can I see your receipt? And they're like, sure. And they give it to him. And then he's looking at it and he goes, I need to see in a couple of your bags there. And he'll look in the bags and he'll go, okay, this isn't on the receipt. And the person that he was talking to, they were shocked. They were like, wait, what? It's not on the receipt. It didn't ring up. Like, when you hear all them other beepers around you when everybody's in the self-checkout in the bullpen, they're ringing them up. And you hear all that beep, beep, beep. You may not realize that you didn't hear yours beep. And then you just put it in the sack. Well, they don't have the weight things on there anymore because people take their bags off and put them in their cart and stuff. So they're not on that right away. But yeah, so trust me, it's not because they want to come after you. And a lot of times, like my son, he was like, that wasn't in there, and she was like so upset. And so he goes, it's okay, we can fix it. So they went back and rung it up and paid for it. It was fine. But and my son helped her, take care of that. Well, then there's some people that he'll stop, and people that he knows, and he'll say, hey, I have to see your receipt. And they're like, what, are you racist? And it's like, come on, man. It ain't got nothing to do with race either. It isn't. It's just the way it is. But technically, all you have to do is say no thank you. And they can't do anything. But believe me, if they know you stole, they know you stole. They know. They're keeping track of it. So anyway, that's all I have to say. It's like, it's all, but when you see those videos on there, people going, I ain't moving, I ain't doing this, and then you see them argue, fighting with a cart or whatever like that. Some of those aren't real. Now, if the cops are actually called, that's probably a real one, but most of the ones on there are not. And if they seem really outlandish, they probably are. And a lot of times the dancing ones, like that are in Walmart or whatever, it's after hours. If they work there, and it's after hours, or they're on break or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna get off here and go inside and get some stuff done. So you guys take care. God bless, and be kind to one another. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to leave me a comment. And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put your stuff up. And welcome to all my new subscribers. And I hope you guys stick around. And you guys take care. God bless. And keep God in your heart and bread in your oven, you guys. Bye now.